Depending on your progression, make sure to get involved with these banquet tickets. Hi everybody, welcome to a little video talking about the subject of these banquet tickets. Something that I'm pretty passionate about. I know a lot of other people are. Prepping with your banquet event. Whether or not you are planning to spend some units, no units, or whatever units on the banquet event 2024, you're either going to find something very RNG, or you're going to try to get yourself up the milestones. Shout out to Misty K, link is in the description to Misty K's Twitter and also YouTube, because we've got this fantastic infographic that basically charts the 129 tickets that you will be getting from these various different events. Which, as a lot of us know, the first one is in at the moment. We're going to collect that in a minute and talk about some other stuff. Royal Hunt, October's Double Track, December's Accolades event, Alliance War Encounter Showcase, Alliance Super Season, 48-hour solo objective for Battlegrounds, Season 22, similar to the Magnetron ones, I can imagine. The Incursion Saga, which will be 10 out of 15, highly likely. And, of course, you can get some of the different types of spending deals, which go live soon. They might even be live by the time you see this video. All equating to 129. Now, I was interested to how they broke down with the tokens. If you are like myself, you go Valiant, other people might be going for the 6-star version. If you want to get free banquet crystals, you're gonna have to get involved. This will probably be the last video in a little while that I mention this, because people go like, oh, Rich, you mentioned this several times. Well, it's just reminding people and getting it into people's heads that if you miss out, or could miss out on a lot more. I did pose a question to Kabam about additional greater banquet crystals, because last year, which we've covered in the past, you got 14 between the Accolades event and calendar. Now, the astute people that have been following the stuff that we've been covering will know that, I don't think it's mentioned in there actually, I think it's mentioned elsewhere. I'll grab my spreadsheet on the matter. There it is. December Accolades events. You can get 10 the tickets in there. Now that equates to 1 greater banquet crystal. But this is why you got to get involved. There is 12 free GBC in total. The structure of these, of how these works, if you're a Valiant player, and you can have access to 120 and non-spending. Obviously, if you spend, you're going to have a ton of them. And that is actually a relatively good deal. The kind of part 2 to this is reminding people that if daily deals go out, and we'll talk about this on September 12th, and we'll do a reminder for spenders, because spenders, depending on the ticket volume and the length of time the daily deals run, you could pick up a ton of GBCs for a fraction of the price. We'll talk about that in another video, as that's separated out, and I need to do some sums. I need to find out how much the volume comes in as to how much you get back. Otherwise, I won't recommend it. I need to see if the deals are actually good. And you can at least save them up for a longer length of time. Anyway, to the point. Back to this. The bundles. You can see here that the Greater Banquet Crystal Bundle tokens are 10 in this bundle. In some of the other bundles, the 6-star one, there's 6. And in that lower bundle, there's 3. Now, depending on what you can access, and that's something you've got to remember, not everybody will be able to access these things. Well, they'll be able to access the meta stores. The Royal Hunt, don't know if everyone will be able to access. Double Track, the Valiant situation. Valiant players had access to it and other players didn't. So we're still in a grey area, and we need to find out. We're kind of in limbo between finding it in October and as to like, what's the Double Track, what's this Royal Hunt, what is AWES, Alliance Super Season. There's the Treasure Hunt thing, which I think is the Royal Hunt Incursion Challenge sector. If not everybody gets access to this, then not everybody's going to get 12 free GBCs. And as I said in a previous piece of content, you don't know that we're going to have access to 14 in December. Now, I have asked Kabam about this. Do I think they're going to answer against this? or allow me to answer if they do give me an idea. I doubt it, because it's all about creating a bit of a surprise. But I think it's very important that players know what they're getting involved with when it comes to December. Like, will you have access? Will you not? Because there's a difference, isn't there? There's more questions that we still need answers to. Number one, if you transfer these banquet ticket bundles, which is great, you do the 5 right there, fantastic. When it comes up to the conversion, which, by the way, you'll take this little kind of like gem icon, and then there'll be something to convert. As it says here, trade greater banquet crystal tokens, which I've interpreted as being 1 for 1, 1 token for 1 GBC. Obviously, do bear in mind, I'm not saying that the tickets are 10 tickets per 1 token and 1 token per GBC. That's how I'm working this out with this. In the Greater Banquet Crystals at the Traders Outpost store from December 20th, 10 AM PST. That is, as we said, likely when the Greater Banquet, the banquet event, the Grand Banquet, goes live. So, we're in still a little bit of limbo with it, but it is important to let you know that there is an opportunity to pick up 12. The structure of it will be, you'll get 10 from there. Any additionals, like say if you're a lower player, if you're, I don't know, I think this is Valiant. Is this Valiant and Paragon, this one? If it is, if it isn't, I don't know. You might have access. If you don't have access to it, and you know this is the only one you have access to here, then you'll have to do it like, right, you get 6 Banquet Crystal tokens to trade in, great. But where's my additionals coming from? Your additionals will likely come in from doing the tokens, taking your tokens to the Crystal Banquet, the token bundle there, the conversion, doing that. But the volume is still a question. And that is something that obviously I wanted to make a video just to kind of highlight that point. We're still in uncharted waters. In October, we find out some more. And in October, with the double track, with the, well, maybe something else like the Traders Out. We know the Traders Outpost. It's October double track. Maybe one of the other events like here. If you don't have access to it, it will have an implication. Of course, we're talking about here 3,600 units worth of free GBCs. So make sure to get involved with these events if you can see them. We'll talk about the spending deal on, when is it? Thursday. And we'll talk about the process of how it will work for spenders. Will spenders get something good from it? What's the implication down the line? Is it going to be a good deal when you kind of put the pricing together? There's a lot of questions, still need answers to, but I thought this is important to kind of remind everybody. Please get involved with the events when it comes to these banquet tickets. Please take them seriously because they will impact on your banquet event grind if you do not have as many as you possibly can get. And also, and the final thing is we still don't know whether or not we'll see the 14 free ones if 12 are likely to be given out for free right now, between now and obviously the end of the year. Anyway, that's the videos. What's your thoughts on that? Put it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.